teenage years are full of natural challenges. Add to that dating. A new relationship should be wonderful, but it can certainly turn ugly and abusive.
All too often, the teen who's the target of that abuse doesn't see any way out of the situation or may not even realize they need to get out. That is where the organization Finding Our Voices comes in. News Center Maine's Ann Baldridge tells us about one of the group's campaigns that could already be in the hallways of a high school near you.
I've seen a lot of relationships within my friend circle in which, you know, hitting would be crazy, but emotional abuse is just kind of swept under the rug, and it doesn't necessarily have the same visibility.
It's not something you hear every day at school, students speaking out about domestic abuse.
There's a lot of students in the school who you can tell have experienced some unhealthy relationships or stuff at home.
Lewiston High School is one of 130 high schools across Maine that have partnered with the organization Finding Our Voices to hang posters around the school. Reminders that abuse of any kind is not love.
Definitely see some students exhibiting unhealthy relationship patterns with each other. I'm hopeful that maybe when they see these posters, they could recognize that what's happening to them isn't typical.
That this happens to people who are younger than anyone can imagine, darker things than anyone can imagine.
People like Patricia McLean, who started this organization. She was in a 3-decade-long marriage filled with abuse, which actually started long before she walked down the aisle.
My boyfriend at 15 was extremely abusive, and I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I had a name.
A name that more high school students need to be aware. And they need to know that not all abuse is physical. Sometimes a partner can control in other ways.
They can't go to certain things for like school, and they have to know exactly where they are, or like they can't hang out with their friends.
Finding Our Voices hopes placing these posters around the school will encourage more students to come forward to get the help they need if they are experiencing domestic violence.
Allow kids to read them and like see that some of this stuff might be happening to them, and whether they think it's domestic abuse or not, it will really show them that it can be and it could get worse.
While giving them the tools they need to make their lives better. In Lewiston, Ann Baldridge, News Center, Maine.
If you or someone you know is in an abusive relationship, Maine's Coalition to End Domestic Violence can help you. It has a 24-hour helpline that can get you started. That number is 1-866-834-HELP. That's 866-834-4357.